Now, you've said in the past you can have Canada or you can have Norway, but you can't have your own special deal. Is that really fair, given how long Britain has been part
No,
of the
it's not
EU?
a question to be fair or unfair. I take that as a reference, but for sure you will have your own solution. And my willingness, and
So
that's
there will be a bespoke special solution for Britain.
Sure, but you will. I take these two references because this special way should be consistent with the preservation of the single market and our collective interest. And you should understand that you cannot, by definition, have the full access to the single market if you don't tick the box. And to get full access to the single market, you need contribution to the budget, and you have to accept
The freedoms.
the freedoms and the 4 pillars, and you have to accept the jurisdiction. As soon as you decide not to join these preconditions, it's not a full access. So it's something perhaps between this full access and a trade agreement. But what's important is not to make people think or believe that it's possible to have...
Your cake and eat it.
Exactly.
So when I talk to David Davis, our main Brexit negotiator, and I say, what does Britain really want out of this, David? He says, we want Canada plus, plus, plus. And by plus, 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 he means a deal on services, because so much of the UK economy is based on services in general and on the city in particular. From what you've said today, I guess that you don't believe we can have any special deal involving the city.
I mean, you don't just speak about services, but you speak about financial services. Cooking a deal is a job of Michel Barnier. We have a very dedicated organization. I don't want to start a negotiation country by country. It will be ridiculous and the best way to dismantle the whole EU. I think what we have to do, and what we will do, is first to take the decision in March regarding the mandate we want to give to Michel Barnier to negotiate. Afterwards, he will have to negotiate with your negotiator. And they will decide, and it depends on proposals made by the UK. But for sure, full access for financial services to the single market is not feasible given the functioning of the single market. So by definition, it's not a full access.
So in concrete terms, some form of passporting deal is off the table in these negotiations as far as you're concerned.
I'm not the one to negotiate, and I don't want to close doors, but it depends on what you're ready to put on the table in terms of precondition. If you respect the precondition to get access to single market, it's feasible. But there is no cherry picking in the single market. I mean, if I have to wrap up the full philosophy, no cherry picking in the single market, because it's not feasible. Because otherwise, that's the dismantling of the single market. And for me, it's one of the pillars of the European Union and something you loved in the past.